What's up? Playing Alien Shooter 2 today. Um, I've played this game a number of times. I beat it twice, I think. So I'm pretty familiar with how everything works. And hang on, I gotta check the settings first. Sounded like it was a little too loud. It is. It's 15. That game is always really loud. And the setting, look at what the settings were at. Remember how loud it was? Oh, look at it was at the lowest volume setting, so pretty much the lowest. Let me turn it up a little bit. There you go. I think that should be okay. All right, so I'm gonna start Drake McManus. Let's see. Yeah, start a new game. And self-treatment is good. I kind of want to do this because it can really help me get the best weapons. But I'm gonna do this instead. Vampire is kind of good too, actually. What should I do? Self-treatment or vampire? Well, self-treatment doesn't rely on enemies to heal. This does. So I'm gonna do self-treatment. And let's see. There we go. Yeah. Let me ask something. Do you like to see me playing games that I already know how to play? Or would you more like to see games that I'm new to? Okay, what am I supposed to do here? I don't know. And do you like the unedited format? Because I like the idea of unedited videos because it really shows, you know, it's a true representation of how the game goes. Because when people edit videos, you know, they can put in like their best plays and stuff, and you know, it's I don't know, it's just I think of it as kind of a false representation of the entire game. You know, you kind of leave out parts that might be a little boring. People might think like, "Oh, this game is really cool, man! It's action packed," and you know, this game is action packed, but you know what I mean. People can kind of get the wrong idea about you. What should I say about the game player? The person playing the game and the game itself. So I like more of a genuine viewing experience. You know? And honestly, I don't know. I mean, if I kind of have the feeling that I kind of want to say if people don't like it, well, then they don't have to watch it. But if barely anybody's interested in that, well, what's the point of putting up videos? You know, that's why I don't really put up a lot of videos, because I get like 12 views or something after. Oh no, I think YouTube is messing with my views. They don't see my channel as too valuable, so they put it at the low end of the algorithm, you know what I mean? Among other reasons I'm not going to get into. But besides that, I don't know. I mean, are my videos just boring, or are people just so picky that they won't ever watch an unedited video. They might have like a couple moments of boringness or something. Do I always gotta be like, do I gotta be screaming? Oh, hello, YouTube! Hello, viewers! Hello! Do I have to fucking scream and shit? And I be loud and obnoxious like every other fucking YouTuber? I don't want to be like that. I want to be myself. For one thing. And I want people to see how I actually play games. And I'll only put in the best parts of the games, you know what I mean? And I don't know. I kind of just feel like if people don't like it, well then that's just the way it is. Because I'm not gonna start being fake like every other YouTuber just to fucking get videos, just to get views. It's not gonna happen. I'm not a fake person like because they really do. They give a false impression of who they are by acting in a way that gets more views. You know, it's just fake. It really is. I'm not saying every other YouTuber is like that. No, there are a good number of genuine YouTubers out there, but there don't seem to be enough. There just seem to be too many people who are loud, obnoxious, use too much editing, you know. I think there's something else down here, isn't there? I thought there was something over here, wasn't there? Maybe not. Maybe I'm thinking of a different... Okay, and I'm not gonna go over there. But anyway, I just want to know if people like my format or not. If people like the way I make videos or not. I know some people do. But you know, like I said, it just seems
security system
like, well, I really don't
active. Access denied.
I really don't know what to think. I don't know if people just aren't seeing that my videos are up, or maybe they think that because I have a low subscriber count that my videos aren't good or something. Or people just make a bunch of assumptions and that's why my channel doesn't get a lot of traffic. Or is it because I have bad videos? I don't think that I have bad videos. I mean, I've seen plenty of people who, they don't, for one thing, they don't even make commentary. They just play a game and they just play it all the way through. And they're not experts or anything, but they get a lot more traffic than I do. And their videos are just about the same as mine are, so I just don't get it. I mean, do I have to pay for somebody to promote my videos or something? I don't have money for one thing. I can't do that. I don't know. Whatever. But yeah, I mean, I'm sure you can imagine how oh, you know, one video, I mean, why is it that like a funny video thumbnail will bring in a lot more views? Do people think that videos are worthless if they don't have a good thumbnail? Do people think that videos are not worth their time if they don't have a good thumbnail? Where's the reasoning in that? Seriously, where's the reasoning in that? Do I really have to make a thumbnail for every single video I make? Well, you gotta fucking learn how to do Photoshop and shit. I mean, I already know how to do it to some extent, but... Oh. Wait, did I? I've been talking a lot. Okay. Yeah, I did. Okay. Was it... What? Because it was showing that arrow still pointing that way. Like, what the hell? Anyway. Yeah, I don't know. I just, you know, when it all comes down to it, I just don't want to be a copy of every other YouTuber. Even if it means I don't get views. Screw it. Not really. Put up 10 videos of Ghost Recon and get like... It's been like, what, how long? A year? A year now since they've been out? I got like maybe 10 views on each video. And then, you know, the average viewing rate is like a minute or something. Even some people who claim to like my videos, and you know, it's like the average viewing rate is still like really low. And it's like, yeah, you didn't watch my video. I'm not gonna call anybody out by name, but you should know who you are. Let's see. Yeah, okay. Back to talking about the game. One thing that you should know about this game is that, you don't really need to buy weapons. You can. You really don't need to, because like this, I'm gonna find that. I think on this level, or maybe the next one. I really don't need it at this point. A lot of times when you buy weapons, you really don't need them. It's best to save your money until later on in the game, when you get more powerful weapons that you don't find. Like, no, they're not available yet, but there's one that I like to save up my money for. It's an energy weapon. It's like a laser weapon that... Shut up. Shut up, you're distracting me. It's a laser weapon that when it hits a target, it explodes. It's pretty cool, kind of like a rocket launcher, but it's a laser weapon. And the amount of energy weapon ammunition that you get makes it practically like a rocket launcher, but with way more ammunition. And then the rocket launcher that I save up my money for later on, there's really only two weapons that I buy. That weapon and a rocket launcher that shoots nukes. And it makes the later levels that would otherwise be pretty difficult, it makes them pretty easy. I mean, the earlier levels are the most difficult levels in my opinion. If you play it right. If you play your cards right, I should say.
Come in, Face! Get us the hell out of here, now! Die, you bastards! Die!
This guy is so slow. Secret. It's quite a secret, isn't it? Oh, shoot that. Shoot that green thing. There we go. I think that extra life almost disappeared. Almost missed it. What is that? Oh, it's an implant. Alright, so add to my speed. And what is this? What, health. What's this? Strength. Yeah, I'll do health. Strength is okay, but I don't really need a whole lot of strength. I think strength allows you to carry better items or more items or something like that. I don't quite remember, but it's not that important. I could go the entire game without increasing my strength at all and be fine. Accuracy is something that I should definitely increase them eventually. Not right now. When you're in the more confined spaces like this, you don't really need accuracy. Good accuracy. The only time, see, I got that. That one that I was just talking about. Not just back at the shop. Yeah, don't buy weapons if you can avoid it. Just be a little patient. I'll go ahead and do what you want, but you know, no sense in wasting your money when you pick up weapons immediately after you. You just find weapons immediately after you buy them. More speed. This game is pretty fun, but it really gets tedious at times. Sometimes it ceases being fun, you know, certain areas, they stop being fun, and you just start thinking for like 2 minutes, for 2 straight minutes, you're like, when the hell is this gonna end? Well, not you, I should speak for myself.
Flip the main switch to restore power in this sector.
What'd you say? I wasn't listening at all. I know what he said. Flip the main power switch, something about a sector. Damn it, I want to blow these up without blowing myself up. I'll go down here and do that. But if I wait until later, then I'll be running away from an enemy, accidentally hit one of those and blow myself up. So, yeah. Just like in Noita, you want to blow up the explosive stuff before it blows you up. If you don't do that, then there's a very high chance that just like what I was saying, you'll be running away from an enemy and try to shoot them, and kill yourself instead. So this part is the part that's tedious. It's like not even a challenge. You just sit here and just just wait for the enemies to stop, essentially. There's one part especially that's coming up pretty soon. That's pretty much all it is tedious. And some of the stuff in this game, some of the sections in this game are really just unfair. It's like, come on. Seriously. Like, there's these poison enemies, like they like exhale a poison gas or something that travels like about as far as I'm aiming right now, and then there'll be like and it lingers in the air for like 5 seconds, and then there could be like 5 of those enemies just blowing poison gas at you, and it drains your health really quickly. So this game isn't always easy. There are some very challenging parts sometimes. I open that. Okay, I'm gonna go talk to this guy first. Wait, where is he? I don't get why some of these areas only take like a couple. Wait. Only take like a couple shots to destroy some of those secret areas, and then other secret areas that look exactly the same take like 100 shots from a weapon like this to destroy, to open up. This game is a very good time killer, though. Quick to get into, don't have to sit through 20 minutes of fucking story before you start getting into the action. That's what I hate about so many modern games, is some of them are even more story than gameplay. What the fuck is this? This is not a game. A game is a game. I mean, a game is full of gameplay, not full of story. A lot of games, no, I shouldn't say a lot. Many games nowadays are like more like interactive storybooks than, or interactive movies than anything else. Like there's this quote-unquote game called Tacoma, and I got it for free, but I actually want it removed from my account, but I don't know if I can even do that, because it's just, I started playing that, and all it is you look for stories, you look for like clues as to like how this this ship that you're on, like how the whole entire crew died. Like that's all it is. Just looking for clues the whole entire time. It's like, what the hell? This is not a game. There's no challenge to it. You just walk through looking for stuff. That's it. Well, it's just, oh my gosh, it's not even fun. I don't get it. I don't get how people can think that's a game. Learn what a game is. And there might be a lot of rants in this video.
Oh my god! We're picking up a big on There's too many of these damn things to count!
Access denied.
And
Allow you access.
I think I've said this disclaimer before, but if you don't like what I say, or how I play, or anything like that, then stay off of my channel. I'm not using this, I just use this. It's much better. You move.
The sector is clear. Let's go!
Ooh, $2,000. Oh wait, check if there's something up here first. Oh, there's something there. Ah, shotgun. Is that better? 4 to 10, yeah it is. Cool. No, I haven't played this game quite a few times, but that doesn't mean that I know where everything is or remember everything. Because I don't play it every day or anything like that. What's this? Oh, it's just health, right? Right.
Good to see you alive. Let's get the hell out of here. Stay where you are.
Shut up. I'll do what I want, bitch.
Nicholas, check
Yeah, my mom. Yeah, my mom. Shut up. Okay. He had to think about that for a second, didn't he? Like, Nicholas, go do this or that.
Crap.
Okay.
Someone's blocked the sector controls and is operating the system remotely. I need a little time to block the signal. Wait here.
He really had to work that sentence out in his mind before he understood what she said. One of these fuckers. Oh yeah, come in here. Come in here. There you go. You're stuck. Oh, wait, let me track this guy over here too. Come on, come over here. Come over here, you punk. Alright, now I'm gonna move. I want all the experience. It's very important. Well, of course I can't get all the experience. But I really don't know if I get experience when they kill the enemies or not. I think I have plenty of ammo. More than enough ammo. Ready? It's funny how calm he is when there's hordes of monsters trying to kill everybody. What are you doing? There's some guy walking down the sidewalk and just stopped and stared at my house for a second. I have a security camera right here. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? What are you staring at? I guess you're allowed to look, but there's a lot of thieves nowadays. Somebody stole my dad's catalytic converter, so I'm very wary of people right now. Somebody stole another neighbor's catalytic converter, so I'm always watching for people scoping out houses and stuff. And what was this guy doing? I'm not saying that he was doing that or anything, but he could have been. He could have been. Maybe he heard me talking because my window is right. It was pretty close to the street, so maybe he heard me talking. He was like, "Where's that voice coming from?" But he just stood there like with his hands on his hips, like I don't know. It just looked kind of, I don't know, weird. Whenever I see people behaving abnormally, it always catches my attention. Like people, for example, really good example. Yeah. Oh, holy shit. Jeez. Like for example, there's, oh wait, there's, hang on, some rooms opened up down here, I think. Yeah, there you go. Well, yeah, like there have been people driving around, like oftentimes I'm awake, throughout the night. Like I don't mean like throughout the day and throughout the night. I just mean like, you know, because I'm disabled, my sleep schedule is not consistent. So when I'm not completely disabled, I'm actually stronger and more capable in some ways than most people, but it's the amount that I can do where my disability comes in. Anyway, besides all that, yeah, so like I see these people driving like a mile an hour down the road. I've seen that twice. And people, and like they'll stop in front of, you know, like they'll just stop in the middle of the road. And I'm just like, what the fuck are you guys doing out there? Huh? What are you doing? You scoping out cars, huh? You looking for the next car to steal a catalytic converter from, huh? Oh, those people piss me off. I always laugh when they get crushed under the cars and die. I don't care what anybody says, you know. Oh, you're a psycho or something. Just shut up. Those people are fucking shitheads. I don't care. I don't value the lives of people who just go and put other people at a disadvantage just so they can get, you know, a little bit of money. Well, it's actually not a little bit when they go and steal hundreds of catalytic converters or thousands, you know, but still, it's just really shitty. I hate those people. And I have religious values. I shouldn't be thinking like that about people, but it's very, very difficult not to. Holy shit, it's difficult not to. So like, I'll wear that. But yeah, those people piss me off. They always get my adrenaline going whenever I see people slowing down and stopping in front of my house at 3 in the morning. And one day one night, when I saw some truck drive by, and do that, he slowed way down. He actually stopped in front of a neighbor's house, and then he slowed down to stop in front of my house, and I was like, "What are you doing?" And then he let off his brakes and drove away, kind of fast. I was like, I knew it, you fuck. I want to go out there and smash those people in the head with a bat. Seriously. No, maybe not in the head. That's a little too extreme. Maybe kind of a little too extreme. Kind of. A tiny bit. want to break their legs or something. Wait until they get under the car and then smash their legs with my bat. Yeah. Not shoot them or anything. Let's not shoot them, not blow them up, not run them over or nothing like that. I don't hate them so much that I would actually want to kill one of them. But it's just funny when you know, it's kind of like karma when they I don't believe in karma, but it's because karma, that's an Eastern thing. I'm not into those religions. I'm a Christian. I'm not into Eastern mysticism or whatever it's called, you know, Eastern religions. But whatever you want to call that, when that happens, when somebody does something bad and then you know, out of nowhere, you know, it's like justice is, you know, kind of served without people having to do anything. Or you know what I mean, karma, what people call karma. But yeah, seriously, there's been a lot of that, so I've been keeping a real good eye out. But yeah, anytime I see somebody, you know, like do anything out of the ordinary, it always catches my attention. And I wonder what those people are doing. Oh, you know one thing out of the ordinary that I've been seeing lately? It's people walking in the street. It's like there's a sidewalk right there. Why do like half the people I see choose to walk in the street? I mean, they can do it if they want, but it's just
Nice work.
I don't see that very often. Well, there are more people walking nowadays, so because like, you know, the pandemic has kind of screwed everything up and changed people's behaviors. But I kind of joke around being like, what do they do that? Because people are so rebellious nowadays, you know, to any kind of regulation. We were just like, nah, I'm not gonna. They want me to walk on the sidewalk. I'm not walking on the sidewalk. I'm walking on the street. What a badass I am. What a badass rebel. No, I don't actually think that that's what those people are thinking, but it's a funny thought.
What a freaking mess. All right, time for the third sector.
It's a very, very funny thought. I thought there was something supposed to be... Yeah, there it is. Oh, gotta go around this way. I made that mistake last time. I started walking towards them instead of away from them. And... you fucker. This is why I say this guy is really slow, because these can keep up perfect pace with me. They're tough, and they just keep hitting me the whole time. I know it actually is more fair because I'm hitting them from a distance, and they have to close the gap before they can hurt me. But I mean, what's the point of the game? You know, if games aren't fun when they're fair. They're really not. They're just challenging. And I don't like a constant challenge. I play games to relax, not relax, but to have fun. When life is challenging enough, I don't need challenges in my entertainment too, you know? I'm not against challenges. It's just when that's all it is. When it's just challenging, it doesn't become fun. I like a nice balance between challenging and casual. You know? Like maybe, for example, have some casual sections of the game where you're just kind of relaxed, and then they throw in some hard parts. And then you really gotta pick up the pace, and then it slows down again, you know? I like those kinds of games, because also it's very draining for my brain. Like, when I try to focus,
Okay,
trying to process a lot of information at once, my brain just shuts down. The frontal lobe literally shuts down. No activity, zero activity. And that's another thing that makes it very difficult to hold a job, have a job, hold a job. Because I just can't keep my focus a lot. You know, maybe there's something out there for me, but I'm actually writing a book. I'm not gonna say anything about it because I really don't want people to steal the idea, but I think it'll be cool. I'll just say that it's gonna be a sci-fi book about two friends that mysteriously find themselves in a place that they don't recognize. And they have to figure out where they are. That's all I'll say about it. But I think that's a good premise. Premise, is that the right word? I think it is. I don't use that word very often. Premise. I think that means basis, right? Basis for an idea, or a basis for an action, or something like that. Kind of like a baseline. This is one of the tactics that can make the game really, not really easy, but easier. Less, you know, when they go in single file, it's a lot easier to deal with. Oh, I shouldn't even have to explain that, right? But you never know. Some people need explanations when you don't think they would. That's fine, you know. That's fine. Though I don't like explaining things that should be obvious. It just... To me, I feel like I don't know. Shit. Never mind. I'm not gonna say too much about that.
Wow, that's one way to clear a room.
Wow.
Now, there's just the manager's office left. Enter it from the main corridor. Kill the rest of the aliens so we can get the hell out of here. Damn it! I've lost control of the system. Someone's blocked my access to the controls. It's gonna take a minute to see what I can do. Right here.
I need to be careful not to use up all my ammo in this area. Because I used that SMG, last time I played this, I used that SMG the entire time through this section. And I ran out of SMG ammo in the next level. But even though I could have bought more ammo, I just didn't think that I would have ran out, because I've never run out before, and I did run out that time. I don't know why it was so different that time from before. Why would I never run out before, but now I, you know, this time I did. Try to take out this big guy first. At least damage him enough. Because otherwise he'll take out my buddies. And, well, these guys usually die anyway, but it's kind of hard to... kind of hard to not... for them to not die. Kind of hard to prevent that. These guys are really tough, and then those little fuckers, they block my shots. There we go. This works. There we go. Nice. Well, hopefully they survive. We'll switch to the SMG. No, no, no. No.
Hey, you did
Ah,
it.
one
Glad
survived.
I don't have to clean this place up. Let's get a
Very
move on.
nice.
We have to report to General Baker ASAP.
Okay, so I've already been in through all these areas, right? Yeah. Except here. I haven't been in here.
Looks like we've cleared the sector. We'll stay here and search for
Oh, here's
more
that one
data.
thing that I had to
Thanks for
find,
your
right?
help. You're one hell of a soldier.
I think so. Oh, you're one hell of a complimentary. I don't think there's anything else in there. Alright. Alright. Did I get everything? Wasn't there something? Oh no, never mind. I was thinking that there was a computer that I haven't activated yet. Or something. Something like that. Oh, is it something in here? Yeah, I think so. I think, oh, there it is. That's the one. Or is it? Is that the one? I don't know.
Access to the control system on this floor is blocked, either due to a virus or the system being run remotely.
Okay. I guess that was the one that I was thinking of. Switch weapons. I'm gonna get blown up if I shoot there first. I always got to be careful about those explosives. Always, at all times. Yes, that's what always means, at all times. I had to explain that, didn't I? That's one thing I don't have to explain. There's gonna be some enemies in here. Blow everything up I can before it blows me up. What the fuck? Dude. I really hate that when they hide explosives. It's really cheap. Ah, you fucking shit. Damn it. Come on. Come on. Oh my gosh. Windowed programs. Am I right? One thing I don't understand, why don't game devs figure out that it's important to make it so that your mouse doesn't go out of windowed programs? No, like this, like what it's doing now. That's just, hold on. It's unacceptable. Do I need to? I don't know if I need to get more ammo. I mean, more health. I don't remember if it gets refilled at the end of the levels or not. What does this mean anyway? Topsawyer. "35 secrets." They do hide some of those pretty well. Let's see. I think this guy gives me like a flame or
Wonderful.
a torch,
You
right?
found the stabilizer. Thank you. Here, take this in return.
Oh, it's a
hate to
drone,
ask,
right.
But I have one more request.
Well, I'm
know
gonna save
Will
that.
Baker is-
Save the. Oh, over here, right? Yeah, there. Unwear. Unwear. I'm wearing the drone.
Please bring me a transformer block.
No. Find it yourself. My freaking errand boy. Let me do it. Let me do it. That's a shotgun. That sounds good and all, but yeah. Like this is the weapon that I want. 24,500. That's an awesome weapon. I think that's the one. Yeah, pretty sure it is. So I just need 6,000 more. Alright. In a few levels I can have that. Or in a couple levels.
I'll give you something helpful in exchange.
Good work. I appreciate it. You found some interesting issues. There's obviously something major going on here. Maybe something these scientists were working on. I have another assignment for you. We need to establish control over this facility. Step 1 is to gain access to the main computer. Of course, no self-respecting corporation would build anything so important with easy access. So you'll find it deep in the bowels of this place. The sensors we've placed are reading a hell of a lot of movement down there.
Cool.
Unfortunately, you can't start with step 1. There's a lack of power in that part of the base. All doors and elevators are
Can't
useless
start
because of
with step 1?
the main
Well, then you make a
generator
new
is
step
gone
1.
back online. Passageway to it is blocked. But the engineers have found a path
You
through
always
the
start with
sewers.
step 1. There's no way you
Find
can't
and
start with
activate the
step
power
1.
generator.
This level is annoying. This is one of those ones I was talking about that's tedious. Very tedious. They should have just called this level Tedium. Anytime I see something in a corner, I'm just gonna assume that there's an explosive barrel behind it. That's the safe way to play.
Just great, the sector is flooded. You'll need to get the water pumps going in order to start the main generator.
That works. Are these coughing up loogies or puking on me? Puking at me. Alright, get out of there before I blow myself up. The reason why I do speed instead of health is because health isn't going to do a whole lot if you're too slow to avoid enemy attacks, you know? Best to maximize your chances of dodging their attacks. I think a good way, I often forget this, but a good way to deal with hordes of enemies is aim kind of behind them. Because the shots go where you aim. See? So if you aim farther down, then your shot will travel farther, and you'll hit more enemies. Except when it comes to enemies like that. Only when you're shooting hordes of enemies, or not trying to focus on one powerful enemy, or any number of powerful enemies, really.
Electric pump. Power off.
Find and activate the backup generator.
Now, if the power... Nah, never mind. So, are there secrets in these walls? I don't remember ever finding any. Or even looking for any. Why is it like, what do you even call that? I don't know, people are just generally just gonna call it lag, but what kind of lag is that? What do you call that lag? You know, it's like, let me show you what I'm talking about. Look at that, see? Yeah, the screen is doing that. It was. Weird. It was kind of jumping. But yeah, one thing I don't understand, I don't know, people are just kind of lazy, I guess. Like if they see an unedited video, they're like, oh, there's gonna be lots of slow parts in that, aren't there? Well, you can skip past them. Doesn't mean the whole entire video is not worth watching. People, man, people piss me off. They really do. Not from that, but just from in general. People piss me off. So selfish, uncaring. Really, you know, claim to be your friend, but only want stuff from you. Don't actually want to do anything for you. Like, so many of my quote-unquote friends always expect me to put out the effort in their relationships. They never have to call me. They never have to ask me to hang out. I'm always the one that has to ask them. You know, people are like, oh, you should come hang out. And it's like, why don't you ever fucking come over to my house, huh? Why don't you ever show interest in coming over here? You always just want me to come over to your house. You always just want me to, you know, put myself out there for you, but you never want to put yourself out there for me. That's how most people seem to be. Man, fuck society, dude. I'm not so desperate for attention that I'm gonna put up with that crap. You know, I can be just fine avoiding people. I'm perfectly happy with that. And also nowadays, people are just, it seems like half the world has lost their mind. Seriously. So you know, maybe the way that maybe the way that I am, you know, I'm gonna get a little religious here, but maybe the way that I am is sort of preparation by God, preparing me for this, you know, making it so that I wasn't reliant on society, so that I can avoid all the shitty people in the world now, all the crazy people, all people that might want to stab you literally in the back because you have a different political opinion, you know. Ugh. Or somebody might just want to stab you in the back just for no reason. There are a lot of people out there like that now. Or you might just say one thing that they don't like. You might say, I don't like your shoes, and they'll stab you. You might not like the hamburger you made for them, so they'll kill you, you know? Oh my god. People are just so evil nowadays. Not people in general. I mean, not everybody. I just mean there's like a general evil that's very present in the world now. And it's very obvious to anybody who's been actually paying attention to a large amount of world events. Local and national and world events. You know, the school shootings are only one small part of the mass amount of evil in the world now. But that's been foretold in the Bible, though. The Bible said that the times that we're in now, I believe, are what Jesus called the perilous times, where people will be lovers of themselves, blasphemers, haters of their parents, haters of, I forgot the exact wording, but yeah, just hateful, selfish, narcissistic people all over. And they create a lot of problems in the world, and you can see that. You can see that happening nowadays. And yeah, I know people are going to be like, yeah, it's definitely happening before. Look, dude, I don't want to hear your assumptions, okay? If you're going to be like that, please just don't say anything. Because you're not going to convince me that it's not the beginning of the end. You're just not. Because I can see it. I can see the evidence. It's there. And your words are not evidence of anything. If you're gonna be talking like that. If you're just gonna be like, nah, you're wrong. There's been plenty of times where people have thought that it was the end times. Yeah, but there's never been any other time in history where many biblical prophecies have been fulfilled like dominoes are toppling over. Okay? So I don't want to hear, there's no different than any other time in history. Any other time when people died at the end times. That's just an ignorant assumption. And if you're the kind of person who talks like that and you're offended, well then stop talking like that. I mean, like I said, go ahead and talk whatever way you want. Say whatever you want. You're free to. You have that right. But I'm just saying I don't want to hear it. I'm tired of people and their assumptions. It's all people do anymore is just fucking assume shit. Assume shit about me, assume shit about other people, and just assume. It's driving me insane. Seriously, there have been times where just I've got so tired of all the evil and all the bullshit that I've seen from people that I just feel like I'm gonna lose my mind if I keep paying attention. I have to people are so stupid that I have to force myself to stop paying attention to them for my own mental health. How insane is that? I'm not even going to get into the politics of it all. Just, there's no point. If you want to see my politics, you can look at my good political info and reinforcement video playlist. I'm just not going to get into it in depth in my gaming videos or any other videos. There are plenty of other people doing that. But yeah, that's one reason why I'm so irritable nowadays. I'm just fed up with people. Fed up with the world. Really am. I'm tired. I'm tired. I'll be completely honest. I'm tired of life. I'm tired of my problems. I'm tired of the problems that other people cause. I'm tired of people giving me their assumptions about my problems. I'm tired of people just assuming in general about, damn it, in general about, yeah, anyway, just, whatever. What? How was that? Fuck you. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. Came in here for 2 reasons. So I wouldn't be overwhelmed. And to get this very nice weapon. And like I said, if you don't like any of my opinions or something, just really just save it. Save your opinionated response to my opinion. That's all people do. People fight opinions with opinions. It's like, that's not going to do anything. And people have their opinions for a reason, not just because they just heard it from somebody and they're just like, oh yeah, sure. That's because they formed that opinion through one process or another. So if you want to change somebody's opinion, then you have to unform that opinion through a process. You can't just tell somebody, here's my opinion, and expect that person to accept your opinion. You know, there's a lot of people that just don't seem to understand. There's a lot of people that just don't know how society and how personal interactions should work. And that's one huge contributor to the problems in society these days. Opinions. And people's over-reliance on opinions. Here's how I feel, and how I feel is the ultimate truth. To me. And you need to accept that. No, I don't need to accept shit from you. I don't need to accept you or the way you feel. Do I? No.
You need to do this because this and that reason.
No, I don't need to do shit. Okay? All I need to do is live my life in peace, not being fucking harassed with people's opinions all the time. And I will get a little bit into politics. I'm tired of people shitting on my skin color all over the place. People saying shit like, oh, black people can't be racist, yeah, only white people can be racist, yeah, Mexicans can't be racist, Asians can't be racist. Well, they kind of changed their tune on Asians now. They don't consider Asians colored people. You know what's funny about that term, colored people? According to science, according to the way light works, according to the way color and pigments work, the darker the color, the less overall color there is. You know what shadow? It means no light, right? And the sunlight, that's all the colors. And what color is sunlight? White. So in truth, in reality, white people are the more colored people. Really. And that's what I mean about assumptions. You know? And it's just a political word anyway. It's a way to divide people. It's a way to divide groups of people. That's all it is. And I'm not all for unity, you know, everybody needs to unite. No. There's division for a reason. But when it comes to unreasonable division, that's where I draw the line. That's where I divide myself from society these days. Is, you know, people, it's just like people just want to stomp all over white people's rights in favor of you know, what they perceive as other people's rights. But you can't have equality by eliminating one person's rights in favor of another's. You can't do that. That's not equality, is it? No, equality is having equal rights across the whole entirety of society, not favoring one group over another. Well, that's what people do. People favor everything that's not white. Everything that's white is somehow evil. Even though you go, for example, look at the Native Americans. They are no different than anybody. No race is different than any other race. I mean, there are slight differences, you know, slight biological differences, slight cultural differences. Well, actually, I shouldn't say slight cultural differences. Oh yeah, I mean, overall, in the big picture of things, they are slight. But people just put so much value in these slight differences that it creates unnecessary division. You know, like people expect me, it's so fucking stupid. People expect me like, oh, you can't eat another culture's food. It's cultural appropriation. But then when you go and ask that culture's opinion, go ask like for example, that you may have heard about it, that woman that wore that Chinese dress to prom, and these fucking stupid idiot white people, even, they weren't Chinese people that were getting mad, they were white people that were getting mad about another white person wearing another culture's things. But then when you go watch videos about what the people from that culture, what people from Chinese culture actually think about that, and the common response was, oh, that's cool. You know, either they don't care or they think it's cool that their culture is being represented by another culture. And that's how general society actually is, not what these fucking political propagandists want you to think. Political propagandists want you to think that I hate you if you're a different color than me. Political propagandists want you to think that I want to steal your culture. Political propagandists want you to think that I only care about my race, and anything that has to do with any other race, like they oh, there's so much, there's just so much bullshit being spread in the world right now. I'm sick of it. On the surface, you might think that there's not much of a reason for me to be irritable. But when every single thing that I am is looked at like I'm evil, you know, and the reason I really all this boils down to is votes, power, and wealth. That's it. Politicians want people divided because then they get the votes. If you can convince somebody that, oh man, these people are against you, vote for me and I will fix the problem. And they don't fix shit. They just create more division. That's the simple truth of the matter. They just create more fucking division. And they really couldn't care less what anybody thinks about it or how negatively it affects people. They couldn't care less if fucking black people are walking around now hitting white people over the head with bricks because they think that, you know, oh, I'd better get them before they get me. That's where these fucking politics lead to. Shit like that. It's fucking stupid. I'm sick of it. Absolutely fucking sick of it.
Power supply status.
They would look. I went on a mission trip down to Nicaragua to help build a school for poor Nicaraguans. Guess what? People would completely overlook that and still call me a racist. My best friend, she's not my best friend anymore because she moved away and we kind of grew apart, but ever since I was 2, from 2 up until 13, my best friend was black. And I met her at the bus stop. I was sitting at the bus stop and she went to the same bus stop and we grew to be friends. She just lived right down the street from me. She was my best friend. I have nothing against anybody of any race, but because these people want to assume shit about me, they're just going to go ahead and call me racist or Nazi or bigot or white supremacist or some stupid shit like that. Yeah, I think we should protect our borders. We should not just let anybody over because there's a lot of sex trafficking, a lot of drug trafficking across that border. You know which border I'm talking about. If you don't, it's the southern border, southern U.S. border. That border has a lot of sex trafficking, a lot of drug trafficking. We can't just allow that shit to just continue on. We got to do something about it. That's how I feel. And that should be obvious, really. But for some reason it's not obvious to some people. And they want to just go and assume that I hate Mexicans because I don't want just anybody going over the border. You know, and people are like, oh, you don't have the Canadian-American border protected. It's because you hate Mexicans. No, that's because there's not a shitload of drug trafficking coming. They don't grow cocaine down in up in Canada, do they? There's not a shitload of sex trafficking coming from Canada, is there? No, that's why it's not heavily guarded. Okay? You don't just fucking guard everything heavily. Imagine if you just lived in a metal box. You know what I mean? Just live in a metal box because it's the most protected thing. No, that's just stupid. If somebody's attacking you from one side, or if there's some bad shit coming from one side, you protect that one side. If there's nothing bad or very little bad coming from the other side, you don't really need to. It's senseless. And that's what these people don't understand. They just want to go and fucking throw a label at me because they don't understand what the hell I'm talking about, or they don't want to. They just want to act like these fucking virtuous jerks that think that they know better than everybody else. Nobody else's opinion matters. Only theirs matters. You know, it's just stupid. Really stupid.
Glad you're back in one piece. Let's get started. Now the generator works, but access to the floor is still blocked. The system reset itself and dumped the access codes. We need to retrieve those codes. Magma has Move out, soldier. Get it done.
Okay. If it wasn't for politics, I would have pretty much no enemies in the world. But because of politics, I have tens of thousands of enemies. Isn't that fucking stupid? Politics sucks. I fucking hate politics. See why I like this weapon? Very effective. That's why I didn't spend any money and saved it. Especially for this level. It's necessary in this level. Is it try playing it? Try playing this level without an explosive weapon or this laser weapon. It's very, very hectic. It's not gonna work well. And another good thing about this weapon is that generally, when it comes to more powerful in games, I save the ammo for enemies who actually need it. But I will use this I will gladly use this weapon on the weakest of enemies, even just single, extremely weak enemies, because it just uses one ammo, and that's very cool. You know, politics nowadays are even trying to say that Christians are like the most hateful people on the planet. No, look, we judge sin. That's that's just the simple fact of the matter. We value God's opinion. We value God's judgment. We value God's position on sin, and we proudly state it because we are God's servants. We're not people's servants. We're God's servants. At least that's what we're supposed to be. Some Christians nowadays think that we're supposed to serve people rather than God. No. No. I just love everybody. Loving people does not mean accepting and condoning every single thing that those people do. That's not what love is. Love is the valuing of that particular individual. You love somebody, you value them, you value their life. You want them to live, you want them to be happy. That's what love is. It's not just being nice to people. Being nice to people is not love. Okay? Two people that hate each other can be nice to each other. People just don't know definitions anymore. They don't understand the words they speak. And as a contrast, I don't feel like I need to explain this, but as a contrast, hate is not valuing somebody's life. Hate is, and I do use the word hate often when I shouldn't, when it actually doesn't apply. But generally, I correct myself and say, okay, hate is too strong of a word. Like, man, I hate those people, and I don't really hate those people. I don't want those people to die. You know, I'm not going to say which people, but, you know, people, well, okay, I'll sort of say it. People who tell me that I'm this or that I'm, you know, I'm a bigot, or I'm a racist, or, you know, white supremacist, or some stupid crap like that. I really, I can't express how much I dislike that. I dislike that more than most things in the world. And sometimes I will not think too clearly, and I will just say, I hate those people. I don't hate them. Look, all they need is a little bit of correction, you know, or a lot of correction. They just need some correction. They need to be taught why I shouldn't be hated, you know. Because hate really just creates more hate, doesn't it? That's all that I mean, these people have accomplished absolutely nothing but creating more hate. That's really all they've done. They might have gotten some people to join their side, you know, but only because those people don't think. They don't think. They just assume that these people who act virtuous truly are virtuous when they're not. Virtuous people don't try to cause division, do they? No. Virtuous people would say, hey, we need to get along despite our differences, not, hey, you're different, so you are this or you are that. You are evil. Some people might even call me literally Hitler. Literally Hitler. Yeah, I have a Holocaust in my room every night. Because I'm literally Hitler. Fucking stupid. And oh, man. There's a commandment. Love your enemy and pray for those who persecute you. That is the single most difficult commandment to follow. It really is. Because human nature is not very good at dealing with people who want to be your enemy. That generally just makes people want to be an enemy right back, right? These guys aren't so tough anymore. They're not so annoying anymore. This is one of the weapons that I use at the this weapon is good enough that I could use it effectively in the end game battle. Also, another one that I like is the laser Gatling gun. That one's pretty cool. A laser minigun. You can call it a laser minigun if you wanted to. But it's a Gatling gun. It's not a minigun. A minigun is a miniaturized version of a very specific weapon. Not just any rotating barrel weapon. General term for rotating barrel weapons is Gatling gun. Or you could call it a rotary gun if you wanted to. A rotary weapon. Whatever. He's not even shooting, he's running mode. Yeah, so the kinetic minigun is one that uses bullets. And the energy minigun, Gatling gun, rotary gun, whatever you want to call it, are extremely effective weapons. I'm talking about the handheld ones, not this one. This one is extremely effective too. But hey, buddy, if you want to play this game and you are trying to figure out what weapons are the best, that's a good one. I mean, those are good ones. They don't have great accuracy though. This one does, but the handheld ones, I don't remember them having good accuracy. Let me ask a question. Anybody watching has got the vaccine. Have you had more trouble articulating words? Like slurring words more? You know, I swear I've had a mini stroke because I've been having more trouble talking. Like I'll miss certain well, each sound that you make is called a phenom, and I miss some phenoms when I speak, and that never happened before. I've never missed phenoms, and it started happening more. Damn it! After I got that thing. No, I'm not trying to say anything about whether or not whether or not I think people should be getting it or not. I'm not getting it anymore though. If I had a stroke, I'm not fucking getting another one. Well, you can have strokes and not even notice, really, because it makes a very small impact, but that's a pretty significant impact. If like I'm missing, if I'm messing up words every day I mess up some words. It used to be an extremely rare event that I would mess up words. Now it's very common. And after I got it too, like I don't get dizzy anymore, but for like a couple months after I got it. Well, the first time that I used to go on walks a lot. Now I can't go on walks so much anymore because of my disability, but my disability has nothing to do with the vaccine. So it's from I don't know what, maybe back injuries that I had, maybe some other reasons I don't want to get into. But anyway, yeah, so after I got it, I went on a walk and I felt like I was going to pass out, and that never ever happened before. I never felt like I was going to pass out from a walk. I could walk miles. I could walk 5 miles and be fine, except for a little bit of foot pain. I had no leg pain, no dizziness, no tiredness, nothing like that. But then, I felt like I was going to pass out. My mom reported the same thing. I don't know if she still feels like that at times, but I haven't asked her. But yeah, I mean, and I'm not an anti-vaxxer. I'm not. I had the flu shot and a tetanus shot about a year ago. So I'm most definitely not an anti-vaxxer. It's just this one Yeah. This one seems different. Anyway. Yeah, I honestly don't care if I lose subscribers saying this stuff. It's how I feel, okay? If you don't like how I feel, go ahead and leave. I'm not gonna hide how I feel just because other people might not like it. Because I am who I am. As Popeye says, I am what I am. No, I am what I am, and that's all that I am. That's kind of how he talks. Well, yeah, I am what I am. That's all what I am. Nobody's gonna change that. Nobody's gonna shame me into stopping thinking the way I do, stopping believing what I do. Nobody. Not even under threat of death. I am who I am. Okay? I'm not gonna change that. Go ahead, do whatever you want to me. Say whatever you want to me. Not gonna change me. Unless you give me a very good reason to. And just saying because I said so is not a good reason. Is it? It's not. And look, as I said, I'm not trying to change anybody's opinions. I'm just sharing how I feel, okay? Don't model your opinions off of my opinions. Form your own opinions, okay? I'll go this way. Find your own truth. Just don't rub it in everybody's faces like it's the only truth. I mean, even God says the same thing. He says, if anybody goes around trying to rub their Christianity in your face, saying you need to believe this, you need to believe that, don't listen to them because they're assholes. Okay? God doesn't even say to do that. God doesn't tell us to go to go force people to convert. He doesn't say that. He just says spread the gospel. That's it. Spread the gospel to every corner of the earth. That's his only commandment in that sense. There are a lot of so-called Christians these days that go against a lot of what the Bible says. Like, it's outdated. No, it's not. No, it's not. Jesus himself says, not a single word from the law. He says he didn't come to abolish the law or the prophets. Not a single word of the law will pass away until all things pass away. Until everything is accomplished. So if you're a Christian and you think that things are outdated in the Bible, no. No. That's wrong. That's false. And if you teach that, you're a false teacher. Don't be a false teacher. You know how God feels about false teachers. Wolf in sheep's clothing. By the way, if you're still with me, awesome. Thank you for not being a jerk. Especially if you disagree with me and you're still here listening and not judging me. You know, awesome. You're the kind of person I can get along with. And just a warning to you. Times are really unstable these days. Many people have been warning about food shortages coming, and they are coming. They're here, but they're not fully here. They're kind of here. But see, Joe Biden a while ago said he guarantees food shortages are coming. Like major food shortages. What's their name? The Rockefellers, or one person from the Rockefeller family, said we have about 6 months before a worldwide food crisis hits us. It affects everybody. Now, they're saying that it's not going to affect us very much, but guess where we get a lot of our food from? Other countries. So if other countries are suffering, we're going to suffer too. At least it's likely that we will. No, I'm talking too much. I am not paying attention to what I need to be doing. But yeah, so get some food ready, okay? Get at least a few months. I would say get 6 months of food ready. Just whatever. Don't just get any food. Get high calorie food. Don't worry about nutrition, just worry about calories for now, okay? And we get some vitamins, get some vitamins. But make sure you get protein and fat and plenty of calories. And as I said, have some vitamins and minerals, because you don't want to be left without any kind of you don't want to be left without food, okay? But also be aware that there can be people who might want to take what you have. So also make sure that you have some sort of protection too, some sort of way to fend off those kind of people, whether that's defensive or offensive. Because I guarantee that there are people out there that would kill you for a hamburger if there was a food crisis. If they said, give me your hamburger, and you said no, they might just want to kill you and take your hamburger. Or even kill you and eat you. There are people out there. There are cannibals out there. There are people who basically glorify cannibalism. There are people out there who even want other people to cannibalize them. There are some insane people out there. Absolutely insane. And the thing about evil is it doesn't make sense. No evil makes sense. It defies all logic, all reason. It is, in essence, unreasonable. That's a very simple and accurate way to describe evil. Unreasonable. Illogical. So anything that you can imagine goes against reason, I guarantee that there's somebody out there that wants to do that, or does do that. Whatever it is. I guarantee there's somebody out there that likes to eat their own poop. I guarantee it. Seriously, that's a very unreasonable, very illogical, but that's the way evil works. It corrupts your mind. Corrupts your mind and turns unreason into reason. Makes the world backwards. Makes good become bad. Makes the illogical become logical. According to them. It doesn't actually, but that's how they feel. I mean, they don't realize that it's illogical though. They just, I don't know, somehow believe that. Like, for example, occultists. They know what they're doing is dark. They know what they're doing is evil. They know who they work with is evil. But somehow they see it as good. They see it as simultaneously evil but good. That's how evil works. That's how evil corrupts the mind. Oh, I didn't even switch my armor. Oh, rah. You know what I'm saying? There's another cool thing about this weapon. You don't even have to have direct hits. Just hit close to them and you still hit them. Really, there are only, in my opinion, there are only 2 weapons better than this. That's the, basically the energy rocket launcher. It shoots like a big ball of plasma. And then the nuclear cannon, nuclear rocket launcher. Those are really the only 2 better weapons in my opinion. You don't even need a minigun when you have this. This is just as good. Better, in fact.
Arms workshop. Access denied.
You know, if I did lose subscribers over what I'm saying, good. But I honestly don't. I don't want people who are going to be so quick to act just over opinion. I don't want people like that as viewers. Anyway, I don't care. Much better than this piece of crap. It's not a piece of crap, it's just not that great. Oh, totally forgot to do that. Yeah, you know, I just stopped even caring about you know, whether or not people are even interested in my videos. I'm just gonna put them up, you know, and if people don't want to watch them, okay. And that's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. Things will never be the same. Really. Times are changing. It's going to keep changing. Things are going to keep getting worse and worse and worse and worse.
Teleportation.
And people are just not even going to know what to do. The Lord says, people's hearts will fail them due to the immense amount of fear people will have over what's to come. And that's, you can see, oops, you can see nowadays that things are just getting worse and worse, right? If you've been paying any attention. I shouldn't say any attention. If you've been paying good attention to all the things that have been happening throughout the world. As I said, in your local area, national area, and worldwide. That's kind of how politicians are thinking nowadays. You can't stop us, you die. It's not that simple.
The self-destruction routine has been activated. It looks like 2 processing units are running the program. Destroy these units and I can deactivate the self-destruct sequence. Use some dynamite. That should do the trick.
I don't know if you've been thinking this, if you saw that video and you heard me say this. I know you're probably thinking, but you said I don't want to talk about politics, and you're right. The thing is, I don't want to discuss, I don't want to argue politics. I don't really mind talking about current issues in the world. I just don't want to argue about them. You know, because people are just so stubborn. You know, and just want to shove their opinions in your face no matter what you say. And call you certain names and stuff. So that's why I don't argue with people, because that's how people argue. Just call you names and say you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong. Don't try to bother explaining why you're wrong. You just say you're wrong. And you're evil because you're wrong. Just a very, very simplistic way of thinking. That really takes very little intelligence to think that way. I don't know, I could go ahead and say, you know how many situations I could say people are evil because they think this way or that? I could, but it would be stupid. You know, and like people want to say that like all white people are evil because of what certain white people have done in the past. Where's the logic in that? There's no logic in that. That's just entirely an assumption. And an absolutely stupid one at that. Got a delivery. I wonder if it's my keyboards. I got some MPOW keyboards. If you aren't familiar with MPOW, MPOW, all capitals, it's a pretty decent Chinese company. Chinese products are kind of a hit and miss. Well, I mean, some American products are too, but it's really common for Chinese products to be not very reliable. I'll just say that. Not crappy. I mean, plenty of Chinese products are good initially, but they just don't last long because they use cheap materials. Like I used some headphones that I got from some Chinese company that I'll never buy from again. They both failed. I got 2 of them. They both failed after a month. Both of them, their wires like melted practically. Like they got hard. The wires got hard. They wouldn't, I couldn't bend them anymore without breaking them. And it just, sound just stopped. You know, I couldn't hear anything and couldn't use a microphone. They suck. And I went to check if their product is still available. It's not. Because I went to warn my friend about not buying those. But they aren't even for sale anymore, so I hope it's because people finally realized that they suck. But yeah, anyways, back to the point. MPOW is pretty decent. It really is. Every product I got from them so far is pretty reliable. The headphones I got from MPOW are they got good sound, got good treble, got good bass. They go up pretty loud. It has a bunch of different different features. Oh, and one I'll show you. Here, I'll show you a kind of a one other feature that it has that I'm probably not going to use, you know, for videos or anything, but I might use it just to be funny every once in a while or something. But there is one feature for the microphone that I like. Well, I'll just show you real quick. So the headphones that I have is MPOW Air Pro 7.1 surround sound. And if you think surround sound doesn't make any difference, it does. It does. It's a subtle difference, but it's enough of a difference that it can increase your performance in video games. But some might say that they're 7.1 when they're not, but these ones seem to be. So, but anyways, so here, this one is kind of funny. You do magic voice. No.
Apply that, and it changes my voice. I think it might I might have to go into manual settings or something to change it. I don't know if it's changing my voice right now, but yeah, it's supposed to.
And then also, you got some pretty good other features for the speakers. Yeah, equalizer is pretty typical. Smart volume. That I think that's like what do you call it? Loudness control. You know, making sure it doesn't get too loud. Dynamic bass. Audio brilliant. I'm actually not sure what that one does. Voice clarity. It makes voices stand out more than other sounds. And surround max, that gives it kind of a impression of it gives it kind of like a little bit of a reverberation, so it sounds like you're inside of a room actually using surround sound, you know, like a surround sound home theater system. But yeah, pretty good speakers. But yeah, anyway, so MPOW, that delivery I was talking about, MPOW has they had some
think they are reincarnations of life that existed millions of years ago. Sounds like garbage to me, but who knows? Stranger things have happened. Those magma
they had some
talking heads are hiding information from us. I can feel it in my bones. Based on what little information
they had a wholesale event where you could buy
they aren't going to help, but
bulk
we can't turn our backs on this threat.
of their products for a significant discount. I got 5 keyboards for each for half price. They're normally about $20, $20 to $30 depending on who you buy them from. And wait, where do I go? Yeah, I go this way, right? Yeah. Yeah, I mean 5 keyboards for just, well, the total for the keyboards was $45, including a 10% discount. But the shipping was $20 because they got it. You know, they can't just send it out for free. But that's okay. You know, it would have been more worth it if I had bought more, I suppose. But I just had to stretch. But you know, I mean, really, overall, I saved like $30 to $50. So, or no, 30 to 80. Am I thinking correctly? I'm not sure. But anyways, yeah. So I got 5 keyboards. And no, I don't need 5 keyboards all at one time, but you know, I won't have to buy another keyboard for a long time. Assuming these last a while. You know. So when one of them breaks, I'll have another one ready. You know? And I'll have a good little supply of keyboards. Like a serial killer. So I think, I don't know what the rank is dependent on. I have no idea. I'm assuming that it's you know, because it seems to be related to deaths or kills. I'm assuming that it is entirely based on this, but it could be based on, you know, just the summary of everything, you know, your accuracy, like everything collectively. Time spent, accuracy, secrets found, objectives done. 1 out of 2, what objective did I miss? I don't even know. 7 out of 10 objectives, whatever. But anyway, that's all I'm gonna play for now. It's already been almost 2 hours, so I don't want to make this a 5-hour video or something. And I'm not even sure how long it would take to beat this, but even though I beat it twice already, I just never paid attention in time. But anyways, that's it. There's enough rambling and gameplay, not rambling, enough ranting and gameplay for one day. And thank you for watching if you did stick through with it for this long. And please don't act like you did stick through with it if you didn't, because I can tell. I can tell by the average view time. To some extent. The more views I get, the less I can tell, but yeah. Please be honest with me. Anyway. So yeah, thank you for watching. And yeah, I'll see ya. I'll talk to you on the next video. Whatever. Anyway. Bye bye.